Kaysha Love's hoping the Winter Olympics return to Utah in 2034. The Utah native's a bobsledder who represented Team USA in the 2022 Olympics in Beijing. And she's now the fastest women's bobsled pilot in the world. She's come a long way since her first ever run down the bobsled track in Park City.
See, me, I forgot to breathe. So I was so nervous to actually go down this track. They didn't really give me a whole lot of notice of, hey, this is what to expect. They kind of were just like, yeah, you're going to sit in this riding position. Here's crash protocol. And it was in that moment that I was like, wait a minute, crash protocol? There could be some crashing in this. If you're not breathing, you're destined to pass out rather quickly.
This was her first World Cup race as a rookie pilot in December, which she won with a new track record.
Kaysha Love claims monobob gold in La Plana.
It still hasn't even settled in that happened in my first World Cup race.
She's always been a great athlete. Her Olympic dreams started at the age of 4 as a gymnast. Then she gave track and field a shot as a freshman at Harriman High School. She went on to set multiple state records before running track at UNLV. And that's when her Olympic dreams became a reality in 2020, when she was recruited by the U.S. bobsled team.
To kind of be introduced once again to another avenue of potentially going to the Olympics through bobsled was just the greatest feeling ever, and I was willing to do anything to be able to try to make that Olympic dream happen, even if it meant I had to pass out in a bobsled to make it happen. I was determined to try to go to the games.
And she did, competing in the 2020 Olympics in Beijing as a brakeman in the back of the two-man sled. But after a disappointing 7th place finish, she decided to take the sled in her own hands as a pilot.
7th place was definitely a very hard pill to swallow, and so for me, I think that games is kind of the turning point that lit the fire under me to want to become a pilot.
That transition, I heard, is really hard.
Yeah, it's a little challenging.
But she's had quick success. She's now the fastest bobsled pilot in the world after a great World Cup season.
An astonishing performance from Kaysha Love.
It was so much fun.
Second gold medal for the season for a rookie driver. Absolutely insane.
We ended up walking away with 2 gold medals in monobob, with 2 start records and 2 track records, and then a bronze medal in 2-man.
Her sights are now set on the 2026 Olympics in Italy, with the goal of competing in the 2034 Olympics at this historic track at the Utah Olympic Park.
This track is so empowering to women's bobsled. This is where women's bobsled started, and to kind of circle back and to be able to race on this legendary track and to kind of be a part of history once again of we're coming back to Salt Lake, who hosted fantastic games in 2002. 10 years from now, it seems a little crazy, but the simple fact that this is home and to compete in front of your family and friends is something that I'll push through. Utah's always been home, and I've always absolutely loved it here, and it's just been such a blessing to have a sport that's brought me back into the Utah community.